Hi, third graders. Frank here. Boy, have I been having some fun tricking Mrs. Cummins. Bobby got in trouble for last week's, the mustache thing. He had to clean the tops of all the desks and pick up garbage. But Mrs. Cummins still doesn't know that I'm behind it all. So don't tell her. So this week, she lost her notes, but I think you guys will find out pretty quickly. You'll be able to see where I put them. Now, I just need to get this tape off of my legs. It's all over the place. So I'll see you guys next week. Okay, have a good one. Hey Frank, what's going on up there? What you doing? Talking to the kids again? Man, I still cannot find my notes. Hi guys, you remember how I often lose stuff? Well, I lost my notes for this week. So I've been looking all over the place trying to remember what I'm supposed to be doing this week. So I hope they turn up. But Frank, have you seen them anywhere? No? Okay. All right. Well, let's get going. Enough of that. We got to get going with grammar here. You guys did pretty well on your quiz, so good job. Hopefully, you're understanding what looks like you guys were understanding direct objects which receive the action from the verb. Okay. And then the other thing you guys were doing were deciding if verbs were regular or irregular. Okay. All right. Well, so this week, we're just introducing another set of pronouns. So many sets of pronouns. Okay. So don't feel like you have to memorize each set. Just you want to be familiar with them so that when you come upon one, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's a pronoun. So we'll review the ones we've learned so far. The subject pronouns, and notice they all come in groups of sevens. Okay. So the 7 subject pronouns are I and we, he and she, it and they and you. And just a reminder, the subject pronouns are the subject of the sentence. Okay? Such as she. Who? Who helped? What's the subject? She. Okay, and then we've worked on possessive pronouns. 7 possessive pronouns are my and our, his and her, its and their and your. And you guys have done pretty well with these. They show possession. Okay. So for example, she helped me with my, whose work? My work. And in the sentence, the possessive pronouns are being used as an adjective. So that's why we mark them PPA. Now the new set that we have are called, you guys can see this over here, object pronoun jingles. So they are, let's go over here. The 7 object pronouns are me and us, him and her, it and them and you. So where these are going to be used are as objects of the preposition. Okay, you'll just know that, oh, you can put a pronoun there instead of a noun. They can be used as the direct objects, okay, which is up here. She helped who or what? Me. Now I don't have to put any special thing above this. It's still just called a direct object. It's just an awareness that, oh, we can use a pronoun as a direct object instead of a noun. Okay? And also, object pronouns can be used as indirect objects, but we haven't got to those yet. Okay? So don't even worry about that yet. All right. So, just a new set of pronouns. I wanted to go over some of the sentences. So get your practices out from the week 4 folder.
it should be practice 42 and 43. If you'll get those out, I'm going to give you some really helpful hints that will save you some time and maybe frustration. Okay, getting those out. And I believe you guys also are going to have some practice sentences this week. So on practice 42, the hints I wanted to give you are that on the sentences, they're going to be a mix. Last week, they were all pattern 2s. But this week, they might be pattern 1 or pattern 2. So I'm just going to give those to you. Okay, the first sentence is pattern 1, second sentence pattern 1, and third sentence pattern 2 on practice 42. Also, on practice 42, that third sentence is imperative, meaning you need to write in the you before the fly. Okay, because who flies? You, subject pronoun. And then fly what? Are you flying the paper or the airplane? That's a little bit confusing. So it's actually going to be the airplane is your direct object. And then what kind of airplane? Paper, adjective. Okay, so those are the hints for practice 42. On practice 43, the sentences are 1 is pattern 2, 2 is pattern 2, and sentence 3 is pattern 1. So hopefully that will help you guys out a little bit. On sentence number 1, that again is an imperative sentence. So you'll have to write in the you, okay, as your subject pronoun. You lead me. Lead what or who? Me. And just like we studied with our object pronouns, me is your direct object in that. Okay, and then I wanted to do sentence 2 with you. Okay, so I have it right up here on the board, the one about the businessman. All right, adjust that a little bit. You can see it a little bit better. Okay, so we'll do sentence 2 together from practice 43. Here we go. Did the businessman at the mall buy a new suit? Did who buy a new suit? Businessman. I got a little, yeah, it's a hard one. Okay, so businessman, subject noun. What is being said about businessman? Businessman did buy. So helping verb for did, and buy is our main verb. Buy what? Suit. Does suit mean the same thing as businessman? No. Suit, direct object, by verb transitive. All right, what kind of suit? New, adjective. A, article, adjective. All right, here we have a prepositional phrase right in the middle of the sentence. Crazy, but it's there. At, preposition. At what? Mall, object of the preposition. The, article, adjective. The, article, adjective. All right. Subject, noun, verb, transitive, direct object, pattern 2, check. Question mark, question, interrogative sentence. Go back to the verb. So we're going to the main verb, divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. All right, so we are going to underline, and at the mall is describing, I know it's like describing where, but it's more describing the businessman. So it's going to stay with the subject, okay? So that all gets underlined once, did is twice, and the rest is twice. Okay, hard one. That's why we did that one together. Okay, let's move on to the other part of your practices. And you're going to be working with verb tenses. And sometimes they're going to have you change the verb tense from present to past or past to present. So make sure you read the directions before you maybe do it all the wrong way. Okay, because then you have to go back. So we'll do an example together here. Let's get some of this business out of here. So basically you're changing the tense using the verbs, okay? So you can see this is mixed tense because it's all over the place. It doesn't really make sense. We mowed and raked the yard and went fishing. After we finish, it is great. See how that's a little bit confusing? Like, did you already do it? Is doing it now? So let's say we want to make this all past tense. Okay, so we're going to look at our verbs and make sure that they are past tense. Then it will make the whole thing make more sense. Okay, so we mowed, yep, and raked. Okay, make it past tense. We mowed and raked the yard and went fishing. After we finished, right? It, okay, we got to change that is to was because it all needs to be past tense. It was great. Okay, so let's go ahead with changing it all to present tense. Okay, so let's take away, we mow, take away that ed because we mow right now, and rake the yard and went. It's changed to go. That's a big change, huh? So the present tense of went is go. And go finish and go fishing after we finish. All present tense. Not it was great, but it is great. All right. If you feel like you need, like you get a little stuck with that, in your textbook that you guys have, there are some the blue boxes in there that give you a lot more instruction. And so those are, we're working in chapter 9, lesson 1 and 2. So if you need more information, you can look there. All right. Okay. Well, I need to go look for my notes. I'll see you guys later.